This is Kasturi Day. Today I'm again going to discuss the carbon and its compound chapter question answer series. Okay, so I'm starting with a question today is how is wood charcoal made locally? What other substances are formed in this process? So first, when locally the wood charcoal is prepared by piling up the logs of wood one above the other, okay, and leaving a gap in the center of the pile. So we need to pile up the logs of wood one above the other and keeping a gap at the center of the pile. Now this pile is covered with wet clay, preventing so that the air does not enter into the woods, okay, into the inside the piling. Okay, now a few holes are left at the bottom of the pile so that air goes inside. Okay, and then the wood is set on the fire. Okay, so wet clay is covered. The wet clay covers the whole of the log of wood to prevent the entry of air from the sides, but only few holes are kept so that the burning carries on. So there is limited supply of air inside the pile of the woods. Okay, then the wood is set on the fire, and when the fire dies out, the wood turns into grayish black brittle porous substance. Okay, that's a solid which is known as wood charcoal. Okay, now other substances which are formed in this process are wood tar, pyroligneous acid, and wood gas. Three things are formed along with wood charcoal, that is wood tar, pyroligneous acid, and wood gas. Okay, so this is the diagram how the this wood charcoal is prepared locally. Okay, these are the piles of wood. You can see these are the piles of wood. There's a hole in between the pile so that the fire comes out. Okay, the gas comes out, and there are certain holes comes at the side so that there is a little bit of air which goes inside to support the burning. And then these are the clay layers of the wet clay which is covering the pile of the wood. Okay, so this is how the wood is prepared. Wood charcoal is prepared locally. Okay, next we come to how many carbon atoms are there in Buckminster Fullerene. The in Buckminster Fullerene 60 are there. Okay, now describe the formation of coal. How coal is formed. Naturally, what happens? The coal is formed by bacterial decomposition of the ancient vegetable matter. When the vegetable matter, that is plants, trees, all these, they die out, they are buried under the successive layers of the earth. Okay, now in prehistoric times, what happened when huge forest areas got buried inside under the earth, surface of the earth, then they are covered by the earth, and then under humid and hot conditions they were attacked by these vegetation was attacked by the anaerobic bacteria, which progressively removed with slowly removed the hydrogen and oxygen of the plants, leaving only the carbon, behind only the carbon of the vegetable matter. Now, due to this high temperature and pressure of the earth, okay, layers of soil which covered these matter, that created high temperature and also pressure inside as it is going inside the earth. So temperature also increased, pressure also increased, and that left the carbon then the carbon, what happened, they became compact to form a strong residue, and that formed the coal. That changed the carbon to form a solid stony residue it formed, which is known as coal. Now some amount of methane was also formed by this anaerobic bacteria that got trapped inside the coal. So when the anaerobic bacteria was taking action on the vegetable matter, some amount of methane was also created. formed along with this reaction formation of coal. So that got trapped inside the coal. Now this slow conversion of wood into coal, that is vegetable matter into coal, by a biochemical process which extended over millions of years, and that is known as carbonization. Okay, so this process of formation of coal from the vegetable matter by a biochemical process, this is a biochemical process, no? Action of bacteria on it. So biological substances are used for the formation of the coal. So that carried on for millions of years, and this process is known as carbonization. So coal is formed by the process of carbonization. Okay, understood? I hope so. Now, what is free extinguisher? What is a fire extinguisher, and what is the substance used in the modern type of fire extinguishers? How is it important over the soda acid type and foam type fire extinguishers? See, fire extinguishers are, they are the devices in which carbon dioxide is produced in different form to extinguish fire. Okay, it's used as an agent of extinguishing fire. Okay, so carbon dioxide is produced in the fire extinguisher in any form, in different forms rather. So this liquid carbon dioxide that is stored in the cylinder, steel cylinder under pressure, in the modern type of fire extinguisher, this is found, that is liquid carbon dioxide is stored in the liquid form in the steel cylinders under pressure, and that is used, this is used in modern type of fire extinguishers. And this soda acid type and foam type fire extinguisher, what happens, the solutions are prepared in water that conducts electricity. These carbon dioxide solution is prepared in water, and in the modern type, that carbon dioxide is itself liquefied. Okay, but as these two fire extinguishers, that is soda acid and foam type fire extinguishers, the solution is prepared in water. It can conduct, water is there, no, so it can conduct electricity. As a result, what happens, it might generate an electric shock. When it is used on electric fires, then it might generate an electric shock, which may lead to short circuit, and another fire can be created. So, but in this modern type of extinguishers, carbon dioxide is kept in the liquid form and under pressure, which is released when the valve of the cylinder is opened. When the valve is opened, pressure is released, and carbon dioxide changes into dry ice. It is changed into dry ice, which can put out the fire, both oil-fed fire and also electric fires. Okay. So that is the basic difference between these two fire extinguishers and modern type. Now explain the term greenhouse effect and what are its benefits. How is it harmful? Now see, we know that our earth receives the sun's rays from the sun. Okay, so the sun rays are falling on the earth, and after falling out, it reflects back into the space. Okay, total reflection takes place. But what happens when the carbon dioxide is there in the which is present in the air, that forms a coating covering of over the earth. Okay, and that does not allow the whole of the heat of the sun's heat, which is reflecting back from the earth, to escape into the space, by this process it can keep the earth warm. Okay, that is known as greenhouse effect. So what is that? The trapping of the earth's radiated energy by carbon dioxide present in the air so as to keep the earth warm, and that is known as greenhouse effect. Actually, what happens? The earth receives the heat energy from the sun in the form of radiations. Some of these radiations are absorbed, while others are reflected back from the earth's surface in the form of short and long waves. Okay, the short waves, they pass through the air, but most of the long waves are trapped by the carbon dioxide gas which is present in the air. This makes the earth hot. Okay, so that some of the heat is required for this, for to keep the earth warm, for the life to exist. But when the level increases, when there is more of carbon dioxide in the air, okay, in the colder regions especially, what happens, this carbon dioxide, this greenhouse effect is this, when this hot the warmth increases if the carbon dioxide concentration is more in the air. Okay, it will not allow maximum of the waves of the radiated waves to come into the space, go out into the space. Okay, so that creates a global warming. Okay, now this greenhouse effect, what does the people do? People use this greenhouse effect in the colder regions, because colder regions the temperature is very cold. So to grow the tropical plants, okay, they use this greenhouse effect in a this glass wall, with a house made up of glass wall, and they grow these plants, these tropical plants, inside uh, this glass house, and producing this greenhouse effect. Okay, the house allows the sun's heat to enter the house, but does not allow the trapped heat to move out of it. Okay, that is why this glass is bad, because it is so, because the glass is a bad conductor of heat, and this makes the house sufficiently warm inside so that the tropical plants grow very easily. Okay, now, what are the benefits of the greenhouse effect? It helps to maintain a certain temperature level on the Earth's surface so that living beings can exist on the Earth. Otherwise, the temperature of the Earth would have been around minus 18 degrees centigrade. Because if the whole of the heat have escaped into the space, then the Earth would have turned into a cold climate. Cold planet. Okay, so the temperature would have been around minus 18 degrees centigrade. Now, next advantage is the greenhouse gases block the harmful solar radiations which may have reached into our planet's surface. Okay, and they act as a filter there. Okay, and so that the unwanted and damaging energy bounce back into the space. Okay, another is even ozone, which is a greenhouse gas, that also absorbs the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. Otherwise, the ultraviolet rays could reach the surface directly and affect the life on the earth, and can cause a massive scale, causing damage, causing cancer, sunburn, then damaging the immune system of the eyes. Okay, now I'll discuss the harmful effects also. The increase of the level, when the greenhouse effect, the gases, they increase, it can cause a gradual rise in the Earth's temperature, which may lead to global warming, and that may lead to melting of the polar caps, and that in turn result in the massive climatic changes. Then second point is the increase of the concentration of carbon dioxide, which is a common greenhouse gas, that can affect the marine lives and even disrupts the photosynthesis process of the plants. Okay, then as the polar caps are melting, so the water bodies levels are also rising, which may put millions of the lives in danger. Okay, then the rapid global warming is increasing the chances of floods, droughts, and destruction of natural habitat, which is risking the entire biotic life. So, see, it has very harmful effects also. Okay, large harmful effects are there in the due to this greenhouse effect process. Okay, so this is the thing. I'll stop here. I'll continue with the rest of the discussions of the question answer series in my next video. Please go through this. If you have any doubt, please do write in the comment box. Do share with the friends. Do press the like button, and also do subscribe to get the notification of my next video. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.